We're going to cover the lower abdominal region. I've also done a video in the captain's chair, but not everybody has a captain's chair available, so I'm going to show you how to do these on the ground as well. Now, just with a regular crunch, there's a number of different ways to do this. What you're focusing on is that lower abdominal region, okay? And you want to ask yourself as you're doing this, do I feel it in that lower abdominal region? You know, below your belly button, kind of right on top of your bladder. Are you feeling it there, or are you feeling it here on the sides of your legs where the hip flexors are? If you're getting cramps here on the side of the legs and the side of your hips right here as you're doing crunches, you're not doing them the right way. You're working your hip flexors, and you need to stretch those hip flexors and focus on working the lower abs better. So beginning to do this, the very beginning basics, what you want to do is laying on the ground. Your hands are going to be flat, palms down, okay? Laying here, my knees are bent if you're starting out, and all you're trying to do, you can use those arms to kind of push into the ground a little bit if you need to, but all you're going to do is think about taking your pelvis and trying to curl it up into your sternum, okay? So I'm here, I'm going to bring that tailbone. You might not be able to get this high, that's fine. If you can only get a couple inches up, that's fine. But what you want to focus on to get stronger is let them down as slow as you can, okay? Now, as soon as you come down, try to get it to where just that tailbone touches, and then you're going to come back up, okay? Again, think about that pelvis coming up into the chest, back down. You'll see people doing these, and then the legs come all the way down, and the legs come back. The only problem with that is from here to there, that's your hip flexors. So it's kind of hard to keep the hip flexors out of it if every time you do a crunch, you come back down and get the hip flexors into it. So I like staying here, crunch up, back down to the tailbone touching, and back up. Now if you want a little more advanced with this, you're going to keep those legs straight or a little more straight. You can have a slight bend in the knee. Hands again are down here, or if you want to get moving upper to the, hands behind the head, that's fine as well. And what you're going to do, shoulder blades are up, okay, hands are flat, legs are together, and you're just focusing on, again, pushing that pelvis up and let it down slow. Now, the more you come up over your head, it's going to come out of those lower abs a little bit, all right? That's why you're trying to let that down as slow as you can, okay? And here, again, as long as you're keeping those feet pressed together, coming down slow, and if your abs are not strong enough to make sure you're isolating on the way up, what you can do is bend the knees to try to take those hip flexors out of it, come up, extend the feet, let them down, again, nice and slow. So you can hurt your back, your lower back especially, if you let it arch up, right? So as you're laying down, if this is your back, you don't want that space there, okay? You want to try and think like you're pushing your belly button down. That's why bringing the shoulder blades up helps, because that automatically, when I bring my shoulder blades up, my lower back goes down. So I try to keep my shoulder blades up, hands are here or here, and I'm thinking about pushing that belly button down, shoulder blades up. This abs, this is all squeezed, this is all hard right now. So I'm here, bringing those feet up, get that tailbone up, keep that tension in them, let it down nice and slow. Again, you can come down as low as you want. Back up, tailbone up, get that pelvis rocking, let it down slow again. So that's a proper way to do a lower abdominal leg raise.